under the gears. All right, YouTubes. I'm gonna bring you guys along. I got a call in such a really cool location. He gets a call for a prep table, or it might be a reach-in, I'm not sure. It's either a reach-in or a prep table. They said it's getting a little bit warm, but it's gonna be right on the point at the surf break. It's gonna be so killer. I'll just keep the film rolling. I'll bring you guys along. Working right up here on the right. I gotta pull the van up here. Sometimes I get a little eggy with the van pulling in, but it is what it is. All right, we're gonna be pulling in right up here. Get a new Charleston? You get R450A, and you get the QR reader again for all your intel. I don't even know how to access these controllers yet, but I'm gonna get the QR code reader and figure out how to do these. All right, so I just got off the phone with Trolson. They're gonna email me all the information on the controllers. They have that controller and another controller on some units. And on that controller, if you want to get started on that controller, if you have one of those, you come across that style of Charleston with the new controller, you double tap the circle button to get started, and a little LED light will poke up on the left-hand side up at the top. And from there, you could hit the X button or the arrow next page button. Then let me print out all this stuff off the email, the book for this, and we can go through it. And hopefully it'll help some of you guys get into these Charleston controllers. Okay, here's a quick overview of what the new controller looks like, the interface on the front of the unit. I need to download all the information they emailed me, and we'll make a separate video. We'll just keep this video going along. This is a rough overview of what it looks like and how to get into it. And it's new, and I'll dig deep into this on another video for you guys. I got a call for this true refrigerator. It's getting too cold. I'm just getting set up. I've already turned the thermostat to the off position, all the way off, and I'm gonna get the cover off for the condensing unit and take a look. We'll see why this little bugger's getting too cold. I went to take the screw out, but it's already out. Scored. Look at there. I'm trying to remember if these ones have the contactor or not. It might. Sometimes the contactors will stick. Sometimes it'll get low on charge and get too cold. Oh, let me set that, see if that thermostat actually calls. There's a little bit of ice on there, not mega. A little bit. Condensing unit's running at 20 degrees. I'm going to turn the thermostat to off. Looks like either the thermostat or we got a stuck contactor. I gotta see if this one actually has a contactor in it. Let me unplug it from the wall. It'll be easier if we just unplug it and then ohm out that thermostat. It's really easy to do. We'll take out the two 1/4-inch screws and drop down our thermostat plate. Then we can ohm out our thermostat. I'm gonna put that right there. Well, she looks OEM to me. I'm gonna put those down there. All right, so I took my two control wires off of there. Right here, the two pinks, and pulled my probe out of the coil. Now we can ohm out this thermostat. I just want to tone it out. And usually on the leads here, I got some grabbers. Okay, we're connected. Open lines. We probably got a bad contactor. No contactor. I would have sworn there would have been a contactor right there. Alright, so there was no contactor in there, so I got to looking at the contacts on this thermostat. Let's go ahead and pull those out. They look terrible. Alright, there they are. Those two little buggers had to have been sticking together because there's no contactor in the unit, so when I pulled it out, it must have jarred it open. So let's get a stat and get this thing checked out. All right, there's our new one installed. And we'll go get her all ready for the reinstall and then the checkout. All right, I got her plugged back in. I got the stat off. Unit is off. I'm gonna let it heat up. Keep the door open. Yeah, there's a little bit of ice buildup on the coil, so let's go ahead and let the evaporator fans run. Then And we'll bring in a bunch of air. We'll give it like it's a little off-cycle defrost. And then we'll check this thing out here. See how we make out. Ounces, 134A. Can run that serial number for fun, just see how old the unit is. Why don't we do that? I always like to do that for fun. It's a little T23, great little fridge. July 12th, 2013. Not too shabby for a 2013 model. Got my defrost going. Alright, so I'm air defrosting, and you can see we're getting some good drainage out of there. The pan. And you'll notice I put the condensing unit back in there. There's no taps on it, and I'm not gonna gauge up on it. I'm gonna check the condenser for heat. That'll usually tell you if it's got enough charge in it, and we'll also check by how it cools down and turns on and off after we get it going here. Alright, so the coil's pretty much de-iced. I don't see any more water coming out of the drain. I'm gonna go ahead and crank her on. Give her like about a 5.5 on the dial. And we'll see where we settle down to here. I like to check the top of my condenser for heat. Yeah, it's really good and hot. If you're low on charge, this will all be cold. And I got really good heat through the condenser. Yeah. Oh yeah, everything's nice and warm on the sides. That's telling me it's got charge in it. I don't want to disturb and put like a bullet valve in there or a fitting, or use my H.V.A.C grip connectors and all that baloney. It seems like we just had a bad thermostat on this one. Alright, we just cycled off. Looking good. It's set at 5.5. I could probably set it a little bit colder, but that's good. I like it. Alright, I just picked up another one. Sandwich place, and they got a makeup station that's at 50 degrees. Yeah, we're at 4:12 p.m. Let's get over there and scope it out. I mean, if we're not working, what are we doing, right? Let's get over there and see what's cracking. It's the Delfield unit where I put the thermostat inside the box. Let's see if it's low on charge. Or maybe a dirty condenser. Yeah, a little crusty. Yeah, go for it. Did?
You fixed it last time.
Oh, it's still running from when I fixed it?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you guys bought a new air conditioner.
No.
So I actually did something right?
Yeah, you did actually.
Hot damn.
I know.
Did you guys hear that? I actually fixed something. Son of a bitch. All right, compressor sounds a little funky. But we're gonna have to do the dirty deed. Yes, we are. We're gonna have to do the old BPV 31 on there so we can see what it looks like, at least on the low side. Gotta take a look. And I got my testo probe in the box, see what temperature it comes down to, and I want to see what the operating evaporator temperature is. So I'm definitely at a point where the thermostat will not make on temperature rise right now. Off. There's one fan in here we need to replace. Can you hear that? Finally got our gauge on there. We know we got one noisy VAP fan motor in here, and we're definitely low on charge. So, that is a fact of the matter. Yeah, it's definitely a fan inside here. All right, I still had some 404 on my truck, so I went ahead and corrected the charge. Because I got a feeling the thermostat's okay. When you get low on charge, you'll get that ball of ice by the cap tube and the inside of the evaporator, and that's where the probe comes in for the thermostat. So the thermostat was probably seeing ice, going, "Hey, I'm cold," and it's probably the factor is that we were just low on charge. We'll leak check this evaporator. There's a couple spots here I want to leak check. No oil signs, and we'll give the evaporator coil a leak check, and we know it needs an evaporator fan motor. So if we do have to get to the point where we'll give them a quote for an evaporator coil, then I'd get the motors at the same time. We're hanging in there, 19-degree evaporator, close enough for government work. We got a leaky evaporator. We have bad evaporator fan motor. So I got it going for tonight, and I got to give them a price for a coil and evaporator fan motors. And you go that far, you might as well change the thermostat again. And so I'm just going to get them a price for all that stuff. That's how the video kind of fell apart there, because they had a bunch of customers come in. It's how it goes sometimes. And then I will get you guys a video. I'm going to print up all the Charleston stuff. So Charleston has a less expensive line of equipment out. I think it's called the center line. It has a different controller than the blue controller. That's what they're calling that one, the blue controller. And they emailed me all the information on it. I'm going to print it all up, and we'll make a nice video on that for you guys. Just so if you come across one, you'll be able to get through the units. Like today, I didn't know what to do with it, so I had to call tech support. And now I kind of have an idea how to get into the parameters and the programming, and I will make a video on that. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching NorCal Refrigeration and HVAC. Remember to like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video.